Hello, and welcome to my channel, Inviting Possibilities Tarot. My name's Rochelle, and I am doing a reading for Scorpio in all placements. It's timeless in general, so take it resonates and leave the rest. I am doing a spread that I did before, WTF spread. It is when for when ish is all effed up, and we have a lot of gosh, I can't even find my words this morning. Yeah, Mercury's in retrograde currently. um Nicely, we're heading, I think we're in the last week of that. But anyway, um yeah, this is gonna be what the actual F question mark exclamation point, that's the reading. And so yeah, uh I don't know what's wrong. I can't, I can't get my words out. Lioness Kitty Cat is here. Good morning. So glad you are here. um, okay. So, okay, let's just gather my energy, gather my thoughts. So, how about we just get to the reading? Um, I'm feeling that this one new. We want the Deviant Moon Tarot. And there's the Sun and Rebecca too. Good morning, guys. So glad you made it. All right. So, yeah. What is the situation? So, the situation and the challenge. So, we've got joy. 3 of Swords is the situation. Ah, that's awesome. What's the challenge? The moon. So, feeling heartbroken and not understanding why it happened, or like keeping it a secret, something, I don't know, we'll find out. The actual, so that's what the what's and then the actual is what's real. The 4 of Cups. Yeah, feeling ambivalent, dissatisfied, bored. um what Okay, so that's what the actual F is, what's wrong. 7 of Pentacles. Looking to see what's wrong. It's like uh this is an energy of pausing, of assessing. Not sure why that's wrong though. We will find out. Question mark, where do you need more info? The Wheel of Fortune. Change. Somehow you need some more info around how to change the situation or your feelings about it. And what can you do about it? 4 of Swords. Take a well-needed nap. Take time to heal. Okay, so let's dive in and see what this is all about. So first of all, we've got the 3 of Swords. I'm gonna go with the Gateway of Light activation. And there's Redbeard. Hello, sir. Thanks for being here. Oh, no? Okay, one more shuffle. What is this 3 of Swords about? Karmic release, radical transformation. Oh, Chamber of the Violent. Not violent. Violet flame. Although there's some kind of violence here. Karmic release, though. Okay. One more. Sacral chakra, tenderness, and sensuality. Let me get one more. Earth star active. Oh, I forgot. Sacred inner space. Earth star activation, anchoring, grounded action, and Isis energy. So, so currently, you're going through some kind of radical transformation. Um, this karmic release. There's an ending of some kind of karmic cycle that has been very painful. Um, it's because th- someone, I feel like whatever happened here, someone did not protect your heart, including yourself. There was a lack of tenderness here. Not that I'm putting blame on you. It's just there's something here that you needed to learn from, and it has been very painful. And I don't know. I think because of the lack of tenderness on one or both sides, um, was a part of the problem. And there was the action, like I'm kind of getting like actions didn't match words, because we have anchoring and grounded action here, and it actually, well, okay, so that's part of it, but then also like this feels like you were forced to take action because something was, you knew you had to release a situation. You knew that you needed to leave a situation that maybe was based very much in the physical, and there wasn't a whole lot of depth to it. But all of this that's happening is very painful and has caused a considerable amount of heartbreak. Um, yeah. So the challenge, what's the challenge? The moon, as if there's not enough challenge, right? um, yeah, going with the moonology deck. Hang on, getting some water. What's this moon all about? Step out of your comfort zone. North Node. Your hard work is paying off. New moon in Capricorn. Look at the bigger picture. Full moon in Sagittarius. Oh, and by the way, the moon is Pisces, also Cancer, Cancerian energy. So, so the challenge i- is so stepping out of your comfort zone. First of all, um, the comfort zone could have to do with what you are most familiar with, which is something regarding this karmic connection, um, where you it feels like you found yourself in a situation once again, something that was similar to what you've already experienced. Um, and it's tricky to move toward things that are unfamiliar because it just doesn't feel right. um, and this speaks to me of you like putting the effort in. You're doing your best to recognize what you were dealing with to overcome a situation. But while you're in the midst of dealing with the grief, it's hard to see the bigger picture because that pain can be very acute and it's just, yeah, it's just a part of the grief process. And so um you're feeling challenged to understand like what why this happened or how you could do differently. Like you're just still all up in the stuff. And there's been a lot of fear that's been kicked up. Is this always going to happen to me? If some, this feels like something has ended. So like, am I just meant to just, you know, be on my own from here on out because I don't want to compromise myself or um something. And there's something about you like feeling like it's futile to even put effort in to this situation or to anything because you're just going to end up feeling like a puppet, like you're being manipulated or something. That's the fear. So, okay. Heavy. Okay. So, so that's what the actual is what's real. Four of Cups, not feeling happy with your prospects or with what you're dealing with currently. It's like this, something's not feeling good enough to you. So, yeah, going with the elemental oracle. Gravity, groundedness, 39. Which is interesting because we have this grounded action here. So, yeah, getting grounded. It is something that you are actively working on, as you are moving through this grief. Dream and solitariness, 13. Yeah, it's like you're you have people around you who are there to support you as you move through this. And there are transformational energies that are working with you as well that you may not be even be aware of. And this is, let me get one more. The equator to make equal. Um, you're spending time alone with this solitariness. This is a part of your healing process. This is you coming back to yourself. It's like, in this image, it kind of looks like the sun is rising. At least that's how I'm reading it right now. And you're kind of here. It makes me think of the saying, it's darkest before dawn. Now the sun is rising. You are, oh, and there's birds up here. I've never noticed that before. There are 3 birds. You have people, you have assistants, maybe not even people. Maybe, you have your fur babies, your animals around you, or you feel some part of you recognizes that you're being supported through this. Um, and what is happening as you are spending time in solitude, as you are just kind of working through this process, um, you're recognizing where you feel that something was not equal in the situation that broke your heart. You There's something about you compromising yourself. And this card has come to mean to me that it's the masculine and feminine, it's the light and the shadow within ourselves. Oftentimes I see it that way. I'm seeing it that way right now because it's like the shadow, as you are going through this process, the shadow part of you is, or better to say, you can't help but be in you've been thrown into the shadow. Yeah, you can't help but kind of look at things from a certain perspective, or the shadow side of you is kind of showing you where you may have misstepped, or stayed longer than you should have, or yeah, it's like there was some part of you that didn't want to look at what wasn't fair or balanced or equal, and this other part of yourself that you may have been ignoring before is now here being like, let me show you, let me point you in the direction um, that you need to go. And there's a part of you that's still not ready to go in that direction or to look at that, because whatever you're experiencing here, and I'm calling it grief. Grief can come in all flavors, all forms. Um, it's not always, just like curled up on the ground and sobbing, like, right? It's 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 a process that we go through to um to figure out what we've been through and to move into the next phase. And if we're at all interested in our own growth, there's a certain part of, like, taking a part of that is taking responsibility for yourself in a situation. But as you're going through it, usually that doesn't really come, that clarity and understanding doesn't often come until you've made your way through it, or you've kind of processed things a little bit. Anyway, that's what's real. So, yeah. Um, so the F, that was what the actual. So now we have the F, what's wrong, which is the 7 of Pentacles. Trying to get, there's blood dripping from that tree. Like, you can't squeeze blood from a stone. Isn't that the saying? Anyway, why is this 7 of Pentacles? What's wrong? Oh, and I'm using the Voice of the Souls Oracle. Help. Number 2. Abundance. Number 1. Karmic message 37, which breaks down to a 10, which is also a 1. Okay, so you're looking at a situation, or you're spending time considering all you put into this and what were the benefits and what were the detriments. Is typically the seven of pentacles is kind of like being at a crossroads, trying to decide what to do. It kind of feels like you've come because of this three of swords. You're looking um at this situation as if, you did not get out of it what you were hoping, what you put into it. You didn't get the help you needed. Maybe your abundance, your finances, or, different parts, other parts of your life were affected because of this. Um, because this was a karmic situation. This is a karmic situation that is it's there to help you grow. It's there to help you um become a better version of yourself. But that is a hard pill to swallow because especially when you're going through it, especially if you feel rejected, you feel abandoned, you feel like you didn't you didn't get out what you put in to something. um that that can it can sometimes throw you into like a downward spiral. You fall into kind of difficult negative mindsets, um, that kind of work against you, because it's like, ultimately we're we're trying to come to terms. You're trying to come to terms with what's happened here, and it's just you haven't come out of you're not out of the weeds yet in terms of what you're feeling, what you've experienced, um what you're going through. I feel like I keep repeating myself, but anyway, hopefully this is making sense. So where do you need more info? Wheel of Fortune. um sure. Okay, yeah, I'm going to use the Voyager tarot to clarify. Just did not want to shuffle. 10 of Wands, growth. 3 of Wands, compassion. Aw. 4 of Crystals, logic, which is interesting because that's the 4 of Swords. So you've got that twice here. And this is logic. So where you need more info is you, because of being in processing all the stuff, all the grief, the pain. Um like I said, you're having trouble accessing the bigger picture, understanding why this happened. And this is basically this is about realizing, even if you don't know it, like know exactly what you're learning or how you're growing. This is kind of reminding you that you are growing from this process, that um there's a lot more happening behind the scenes under the surface than you realize, and you will come to this. And so what you really want to do is have compassion for your process, knowing that you've been through difficulties before and you came out the other side. And this time is no different. Um, Compassion for yourself. Also, compassion is being cultivated in you for when you encounter other people who are going through a similar kind of thing. And using your logic and reason is going to help you move through this faster because currently your emotions are kind of on a like a runaway train or like a runaway train, and logic, like looking at the pros and the cons, the benefits versus the detriments, like that's going to help you to come to some kind of clarity and understanding about why this change had to happen, that this change is actually super beneficial for you. Because you are taking steps to create a better life for yourself. And that e- again, even if you don't feel like you are in the moment, something is going on beneath the surface and you're going to come to realize this. Just focus on having compassion for yourself, and also um, using your intellect to analyze the situation and why it was necessary to release it, to recognize that it was a karmic situation, is a karmic situation. So, what can you do about it? Four of Swords, self care. Let's look at the Radical Abundance deck. Wisdom. You're gaining wisdom from this experience. Have gained, continue to gain. Companionship. Intuition. Oh, I've never picked this card before. Looks like there's a little butterfly peeking out from behind that tree. It's very cute. Um, there's a giraffe here. Okay, so so lean into the wisdom that you've gained already from life in general, and any wisdom that you've already picked up from the situation in particular. You have lean into your friendships, your people who want to help comfort you, who are there to support you and help um, give you that comfort that you desperately need right now. Um, your friends want to help you. The people who love you want to help you, and I feel like it's like this is speaking to this part of yourself that wants to shut the world out and keep yourself sequestered, and you don't want you just, yeah, that's a part of the grief process too, is wanting to just isolate, and that's good for a time, but don't completely shut everyone out, because that connection with others is a part of the healing process, is a part of what's going to help you move through this and tap more into your intuition. Ultimately, spending time alone is necessary. Spending time healing, caring for yourself, doing the things that are really that feel really good to your soul, to your body, to your heart. Um, that's all beneficial, but not to the exclusion of keeping everyone out. And your intuition is becoming heightened from this situation, and you will understand the bigger perspective. There's a transformation happening here, and it's just like I've been saying with this butterfly peeking out from behind the tree. It's like the transformation that's happening, you don't see it. It's like peeking out, like you might see little glimpses of it. It's something that is it's not, it hasn't been revealed to you yet, because you you need to spend more time focusing on yourself, resting, healing, recovering. Meditating could be very helpful for you. Yeah, and just lean on your friends. So anyway, I'm gonna leave that there. Right, I feel like I did with the Libra reading yesterday. Like I feel like there's one more card. How about if I just go with I'll go with a chakra card, like I did with Libra. um, yeah, let's get one final bit of advice. What can you do? Crown chakra, possibility. All is possible for me in this universe of infinite potential. I release all conditioning and limits that I have placed in my path unknowingly. I believe, invest, and intend in the possibility of a positive, peaceful, and loving outcome. All is possible. Yeah. Oh, good. I'm so glad I ended on this because I believe, invest, and intend in the possibility of a positive, peaceful, and loving outcome. That's that's where you're gonna get to. Just hang in there. Know that every part of this process is benefiting you, even though it's painful and doesn't feel like it sometimes. But it's helping, and I said this for Libra too, it's helping to break open your heart and to have more compassion for yourself and others, and know that the outcome will be a good one in the end. So, okay, I'm gonna leave it there. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day wherever you are in the world, and I will see you on the next video. Mwah. And thanks so much for liking, subscribing, and sharing, and leave a comment if it resonates.